In the last video, we created a new widget class and we will use this to create new jobs in our application. And if we head back to the jobs page, then we can see that we have this create job method that is no longer needed, so we can delete it. And then we can get back to our add job page widget and we can start building our form. So to do that, we need to use the body argument of our scaffold. And in here, I can just type underscore build contents, open and close bracket, and then I can create a new method with this name. This will return a widget as a return type. And in order to get the layout that we want, I suggest that we use a card widget, which will contain some text fields. So in here, I can return a card like this. And for now, I just want to add something inside this card so that I can get my layout in place. And to do this, I'm going to add a child widget, which is called a placeholder, like this. And now I can hot reload, and all I can see is a rectangle with a big cross inside it. And this is what the placeholder widget looks like. So Placeholder is a very useful widget that you can use inside your apps before the final UI is ready. Okay, so this is progress. However, I'd like to add some paddings so that this layout looks a bit better. So to do that, I'm going to wrap my card with a padding widget, and I'm going to set a padding value of 16 points, like this. Now, this looks a bit better, but I can't really see the card very well. So what I want to do is to add a padding inside the card. And to do that, I can add a padding around the placeholder widget. And I can also set a padding of 16 points. And if I hot reload now, then I can see the card outline a bit better. Now, there is one thing that I'm not happy about, and that is that this layout takes up all the vertical space that is available inside the scaffold body. And instead, I'd like for my card to only use as much vertical space as needed, but not more than that. And given that we will use this form to show some text fields, then the system keyboard will appear on screen as well. And this will reduce the vertical space that we have available. So for this reason, I'm going to suggest that we wrap our layout with a single child scroll view, which is something that we have done before when we have created the email sign-in page. So let's wrap this padding widget with a single child scroll view. And if I hot reload now, I can see that the card no longer takes up all the space on screen. By the way, the height of this layout is now determined by one property of the placeholder widget, which is called the fallback height. And this property has a default value of 400 points. But if we want, we can change this value, for example, to 200. And if we hot reload, we can see that this now takes up only half of the vertical space. Okay, so the last thing that I want to do before we start building our form is to change the background color of the scaffold so that there is a bit more contrast with the background inside our card. And to do that, we can specify a background color, and here I can type colors.gray of 200. And this is something that we have already done before. So if I hot reload, this now looks a little bit better. And we can continue on the next video.